Welcome back. As a part of this video, we'll see some of the hands-on examples of process monitoring commands. Let me log into Ubuntu. As a part of our conceptual class, we understood that we have two types of processes. One is foreground process, the second one is background process. And we understood process is nothing but an instance of a program. Now we will see how foreground process is different from background process practically. Let me execute something called top. This command will display the process's activity dynamically. Let me execute this. You can see it is displaying all the activity of the processes dynamically. Now, if I ask you a question, will you be able to do anything with this terminal now? And if you see, this process is running in front of you on the terminal. That is why it is called as a foreground process. When I hit the Control Z or Control Z button, we'll be sending this process background. You can see 1 plus stop and top is the command. Let us look at one more simple example. Assuming that you are trying to open a file, vi test1.txt. Okay. With this, you are trying to create a file and enter something into this. I don't want to do this. I will send this process also into background by hitting Control Z together. If you look at the jobs running, you can see you have a top and you have a VI. These are the two jobs which are running, which we have sent to background. Why do we say it is a background process? If you really see, these two processes are still running. That is the reason when I say jobs, they are displayed here. If you want to bring these processes into the foreground, all you have to do is say FG. If you say FG, it will bring the recent process which we sent background into the foreground. Let me say Control Z again. But if your requirement is to bring in the earlier processes, then you already have a job ID here. You can say FG1, then top will come to the foreground. I hope at a high level you understood what is foreground processes and what is background processes. Now let us get into the variations of PS command. PS command is used to monitor the processes. Let me hit the Control Z and go to the PS command. If I say PS, look at this. It will display the current processes in this particular terminal. So we already have seen as a part of the theory, PID means process ID, TTY means the terminal type user logged into, and then time is the amount of CPU in minutes and seconds that process has been running. CMD is command. Let us look at what are the other variations of PS. Next command is ps-a, which will display all the active processes in a Linux system. Let us run that and see how it works. If I say ps-a, it runs all the active processes. You can see all the active processes in the Linux system. Then the next one is the ps-ef, means it will do the format listing. It will make the processes look in a formatted way, nice way, so that we can have a look at all the processes. Now I'll say ps-ef. Yes, you can see this is much better than when we ran ps-a. It will display the processes in a formatted way. Then what do we have next? We have ps-fp. As we discussed, if you are trying to search for a particular process, we can get that from a process ID. Let us say 4212. All we have to do is ps-fp, mention the process ID of a process which you want to search for. Okay, there you go. You got the process which you are looking for. Then we have another variation of PS. If you want to look at all the processes running with the root user privilege, you can use ps-u root-u root. Let me run that. So you'll say ps- capital U root and small u root. Awesome. You can see these are all the processes which are running with the root as a user ID. These are very few PS commands which you have covered as a part of this video. Maybe more options will be covered as a part of our some of the upcoming videos. Thank you.